So I had explained you what is interview, what is interview skills, what are the types of interview. Um, I had also explained you regarding the types of interview questions, then the strategies and secrets of cracking an interview. Then yesterday I had explained you resume, CV, and biodata. I had also provided you the resume format. Okay. Now I will basically explain you a few other things related to interview preparation. So I had already explained you a few things related to how you should prepare before for an interview. What are the preparation before an interview? Like, you have to be ready with your files, you have to be ready with your resume, then you have to be ready with your dress, then you have to practice, you have to all these things I had already explained you. Now here is basically a 60-minute preparation exercise that you have to do just before the interview. All right, just before the interview, this is a 60-minute preparation exercise that you can follow, and this is going to give you great results. This is going to enhance your confidence. This is going to boost your confidence, and in this way you will be able to crack your interview. You will be able to hopefully get the job. So it is divided, time is divided, okay, so in between different activities. So once you read it you will be able to understand it. I will just tell you about everything in brief. Okay, so as I had said that it's a 60-minute preparation exercise. So this is something that you have to practically do it. This is something that is for your practice. Okay, so this you have to implement. Until and unless you do not implement, until and unless you do not practice and check, you won't be able to understand this exercise. Okay, so as I had already mentioned that time is divided in between different activities. So 5 minutes rereading and analyzing the job description, focusing on the essential requirements and responsibilities in order to tailor your answers and to home in on the most important aspects of the job. So it has been 5 minutes. You must for 5 minutes. You must dedicate 5 minutes for rereading and analyzing about the job. Okay, you must analyze the job description and also focus on the requirements of the job. So when you'll be applying for a particular job, there'll be certain requirements, isn't it? There'll be certain requirements, and you might not be aware of all the responsibilities or requirements, but you will at least have an idea regarding some of the basic requirements and responsibilities. So you have to analyze the job description and also focus on the requirements and the responsibilities, so that you can accordingly perform in the interview. Okay, then the next 5 minutes rereading your resume. So you have to read your resume. I had already mentioned it in the in the last class itself that you have to read your resume. You have to be thorough with your resume. You must know what you have mentioned in the resume. So it's very necessary to read your resume. ठीक है, रेज्यूमे पढ़ना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. रेज्यूमे हमने लिख लिया, कुछ डिटेल्स ऐसे भर दिए, पर ऐसे बहुत से लोग होते हैं who forgets later on, who forgets. ओके, तो ये भूलना नहीं है, रेज्यूमे को पढ़ना है, रेज्यूमे में क्या लिखा है वो याद याद रखना है, because a lot of questions will also be dependent on your on whatever you have written on your resume. ठीक है, तो अगर मैच नहीं करेगा, suppose your interviewer asks you about your strengths. Okay, and you have mentioned 2 to 3 strengths on your resume, but during the interview you talk about some other strengths. That is not going to do, that is not going to work. You have to be able to like remember what you have written on your resume, and accordingly you have to match your answers. So that is why 5 minutes for rereading your resume and your cover letter. So cover letter is a different kind of a letter. I will also explain you what is a cover letter, but for time being it's a letter that is sent along with the resume. Okay, then 15 minutes researching potential interview questions specific to the position and the industry. Okay, now 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, what you have to do, you have to research about the potential interview questions, which is totally related to your position and the industry. I'm not talking about the common questions. Okay, not I'm not talking about the common questions. The common questions are something that you will have to definitely rehearse, but you will also have to try to figure out what will be the potential questions related to the position and the industry. Okay, and try to rehearse it, try to do a little bit of research and then try to rehearse it. Then 20 minutes for practicing answers to these questions and recalling specific examples. So 15 minutes you have to research the questions related to your position in the industry, and for 20 minutes you have to practice the answers. All right, then 15 minutes researching the company, looking into their history, mission and values and recent projects. Okay, now another 50 minutes for to do a little bit of research for the research of the company. So as I had already mentioned that you have to do a little bit of research regarding the company, because your answer should also match with the vision and mission of the company. So during an interview, your main purpose is to impress the interviewer. Your main purpose is to fit in. Okay, fit in, फिट करना है खुद को उस पोजीशन के लिए. You have to show that you are the best, you are the best choice for that particular position or for the organization. So इसीलिए you need to research a little about the company so that your answers can match the mission and vision of the company. ठीक है. और कभी कभार क्या होता है इंटरव्यू में, they also ask about the origin of the company, the owner, the CEO of the company. So that is why it's better that you do a little bit of research, and by doing this you will get a lot of information, and then you will not panic during the interview. Suppose your interviewer asks that who is the CEO of our company. If you do research beforehand, then definitely you will be aware of the CEO of the company. Then you can easily tell the name of the CEO, isn't it? If you do not research about the company, then you won't be able to tell the name and you'll panic at that moment. For example, if the interviewer asks you regarding the mission of the company, regarding the product and services of the company, and you are not aware of anything, so then you'll again panic, you won't be able to answer, and at the end of the day, you'll not be selected. So that is why you need to do a little bit of research. So this is a 60-minute preparation exercise. So this is something that you can do it just before the interview. Otherwise, you have to keep on practicing. You know that after 1 week you are having an interview. You are having a job interview. So you have to keep on practicing every day, each and every day. You have to groom yourself. You have to practice the questions, the way you answer to the questions. You have to practice everything. But this is a preparation exercise that you can do just before the interview. For example, if you have an interview at 4 in the evening, okay, at 4 in the evening, so it'll be free in the morning, isn't it? So what you can do, you cannot just mm, practice for 4 hours, isn't it? So this is a simple preparation exercise that you can definitely focus on when you don't have much time, when you have less time, and accordingly the time is also divided in between different activities. All right, so go through it, practice it, and then it'll come to know that it's actually useful. So these are some of the things that you should maintain when you go for an interview. So you should be on time, you should reach the venue on time. Then you should always think before you speak, because when you do not think before you speak, then you are not going to answer properly. You will not be able to answer properly or in an appropriate way. So that is why whenever you speak, whenever you say something, especially in an interview, think, and then only speak. But that does not, thinking does not mean that you will keep on thinking for 10 minutes. No. Okay, so you're not supposed to think for a lot of time, so that the interviewer is bored, so that the interviewer has to wait for your answer. No, you are not supposed to do this. Okay, you have to instant, but without thinking, do not say anything. All right, so you have to be able to quickly think. Okay, do not rush, speak clearly and properly. You must be able to speak clearly so that the interviewer understands what you are trying to say, what you are answering. And you must be calm, you must, speak slowly. You should not speak, in a very fast manner. You must speak slowly and clearly so that the interviewer can understand what you are trying to explain. You must be confident. Now, confidence and arrogance are two different things. All right. So you must sound and look confident, but not arrogant. Okay, you must look confident, but you shouldn't show any kind of negative attitude. All right, then you must listen to the interviewer properly. You must practice effective listening. You must listen to the interviewer properly so that you can understand what he or she is trying to explain you, and so that you get his or her point. Suppose your interviewer has asked you a question, okay, and you did not listen to the question properly. You're thinking about something else. You have to again ask the interviewer to repeat the question, isn't it? So that is why you shouldn't do these kind of things, because in this way you will not be selected. So you have to practice active listening. Okay, you have to listen to the interviewer properly. Next is express optimism. Okay, now optimism means positivity. All right, so you need to express everything in a positive manner. Okay, do not tell anything that is negative, like no, never. We're not supposed to share anything that is negative. Okay, so try to express everything in a positive way. uh, Along with that, you should also try to maintain a positive body language, because that is also something very important. Okay, so that is why everything should be positive. Your body language, the way you express your thoughts, your opinions, the way you answer, and in that way you will definitely be able to spread positive vibes. So take care of your words and your body language. You must show interest. You must look interested, but without desperation. You must not look desperate. Even if you are desperate for that particular job, you must not show that, or you must not sound desperate. All right, you must definitely sound interested or look interested, but you must not sound desperate that no, anyhow I want this job, I want to do this job, I'll do everything for this job because I need this job. So that is desperation. Do not show desperation. So these are some of the things that you should take care of when you go for an interview. So in the next class, I will be explaining you a little more regarding the do's and don'ts of interview. What are the things you should do in an interview, and what are the things you should totally avoid in an interview. Uh, so, do you have any doubts regarding anything that I had explained today? Is there any doubt? Have you understood? I want to see your answers in the chat box. Have you understood?